Did you know that the mind and body connection is real? There is a link between mental health and physical health. Did you know that? And factors such as behavior, thoughts, belief system, emotions can affect the body. So, this is really a fascinating topic. And how could one's mood be affecting the physical body functioning? About the mental health and physical health and its connection.
Welcome everyone. Yes, the mind and the body connection is absolute interconnected. In fact, it works in seconds. Just a thought, and in millisecond, if you could measure, you would see certain hormones will show up in our bloodstream, and which can have total control over our various body organs. It is instant. So it's very, very important to understand this subject, because at the same time, once we're understanding this, we also have control over our body just through my thoughts. I can heal or I can kill myself. But we want to heal here. Yes.
Yes, I've seen and I've heard in many cases that when you're going through stress, you immediately get a headache or your blood pressure rises up. But you're saying that almost every physical functioning of the body is connected to the mind. So could you please elaborate on that?
Everything, Preeti, instantly. Actually, it's made to work like that. But when it happens, when any particular state, let's say today we're talking about stressful state. So if that carries on over a long period of time, when it becomes chronic, then the problem happens, because the body is designed to have this stress so that we can, give ourselves a kick, every morning when we get up. If we didn't have that cortisol, we would not get up. We wouldn't want to just go about and do our work. So it works like that. It is there to keep our body moving. And then when during noon time it peaks off, and night time it's not needed because I have to rest and sleep. But what happens is that when this hormone release, when I have negativity, stressful thoughts, worrying thoughts, fearful thoughts, so this just one hormone released, you'll be surprised. You just spoke about the blood pressure. Yes, definitely. Because why is it needed? Because this hormone will constrict our blood vessels so that the pressure increases, the heart beats faster, energy is pumped to the necessary places. It's just like supposing, I'm being chased by a lion. So I have to run now. If I don't run, I'm dead. So this is how it works. This is how it works. And I'll go pale. My legs will start trembling because energy has gone there. And if I have had a meal, it's not the time to digest because I'm going to get killed. So the body can even decide to do the opposite action in the stomach, which is going on in the intestines, peristalsis. It will go opposite and it can throw up a vomit. Because why? It's no time to digest now. It's time to just run for my life.
Yes.
Yeah. But the problem, what happens is when that, it could be real that I'm being chased by a lion, or it could be perceived. I could be imagining or thinking, or my behavior is such that I'm very sensitive. So I feel that there are lions around me, maybe in my office, my boss is a lion chasing me always, maybe always after me, they have been, or someone else. So the body can't decide whether it's real or false. It just picks up those thoughts and it acts to save myself. But now what happens if I'm living this style day in and day out? So then, how the entire body gets connected. I'll just say quickly. See, then cortisol can suppress my stomach acid, the first part. Now, stomach acid is needed to cleave the proteins, amino acids. Amino acids, proteins are needed for my thyroid function. So, if it's carrying on over a long period of time, my thyroid can get suppressed. I will get medication, but what was the cause? My behavior. And if thyroid is low, hypo, everything in the body becomes low. When I am not able to cleave the proteins, get the amino acids, my nutrients, proper digestion is not happening. So nutrients are needed for everything in the body.
Yes.
Every function. So everything gets affected. Neurotransmitters are made also from amino acids, proteins. So my moods will go off balance. Everything. Digestion, when I am under stress constantly, I will also be having acidity, burping. Why? Because my food is not digested, low acid, and the body will cut off the energy, the blood flow, it will restrict to the digestive organs, and enzymes will be suppressed because body does not need to enjoy a meal now, it can wait. So this is how everything is getting affected. And if digestion is low, I can't absorb or digest my food, nothing is going to work. There'll be inflammation, there'll be pains, and it's so simple. I am stressed about something, whether real or whether perceived, I am imagining. When I'm stressed, I will not be able to function or think about anything else. Is that clear? My mind will only be running back to that.
Yeah.
I won't be able to concentrate on my job. And when it's time to sleep, I won't be able to sleep, because just like I can't put a brake, I can't brake and the car won't stop. So same way I can't brake, I can't brake. The thoughts are just bubbling up about this perceived problem. It could be a relationship, it could be someone just excluded me, I felt left out. These are the causes of these negative thoughts, what we are talking about. We are social human beings, needing love, care, attention, even if we are adults. So these things can, I feel that I've been backstabbed, or maybe I'm going to lose my job, or maybe I just heard the word has to be sacked and my name got connected. Maybe it was not about me, and it was Friday evening. Now Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, till I go back to office on Monday, I'm going to go through hell with all these problems coming up. Immunity. Stress can compromise immunity. Why? Because again, stress means the body will think bullets are flying at me, I have to run. So at that time, a common cold virus or any pathogen in my tummy anyway is not important. It can wait. The common cold virus can wait. The immune system energy has to be saved just to run, to fight, flight. So that's why when we go to some gatherings, we are busy, or we have sleepless nights, traveling. The moment we reach home, we get sick, cold,
yes.
fever. Why? Because the stress was suppressing my immune system, and it knew that I've reached home now, and then it says, okay, now let this, the virus which was suppressed, the immune system was suppressed, now that virus takes over. So these problems are happening when it's carrying on over a long period of time, because suppressed immune system. If you listen to our talk on cancer, the system is not compromised. Or any other disease, So this stressful state, this cortisol, it will create aggression in me. So that my behavior will get more aggressive. I'll stop trusting people. And then I can sometimes go into panic mode. Sometimes I will go into a depressive mode, because when the cortisol is there, but over a long period of time, the cortisol will just drop. When it drops, then I don't want to do anything. I don't have the energy to do anything. And then the body to support me again, will send in another hormone called adrenaline, which is a sudden rise to give me energy, which could create panic that time. Yeah. So we are seeing that how our mind, thoughts, our behavior is connecting. Can we just cortisol hormone? Can we connect it to sugar? There's no connection, but yes, cortisol also will raise my blood glucose. It will, gluconeogenesis means it can generate, the body can generate sugar. Why? Because I need energy to run from the lions around me.
Yeah.
I have to run now. So can you see? So constant stress, sugar remaining high, and when sugar is high, insulin hormone will be there also. When insulin hormone is there, extra sugar will get packed as fat cells. Now stress, sugar, insulin, weight, overweight, fat. I'm getting fat now. See the connection.
Yeah.
And fat cells will release inflammatory markers, inflammation in the body, pain in the body. And insulin will have an effect on, it will increase testosterone, it will suppress estrogen. So now when anyone goes, has problem, young lady with menstruation cycles and all, so sometimes just to detect is she having PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, insulin is tested. Testosterone is tested. If insulin, testosterone are high and with other markers, the lady could be having PCOS. So where did the PCOS come from?
Stress. Estrogen levels.
Stress, one of the factors. Stress. You see what stress role is playing. Stress hormone cortisol is made from pregnenolone, which is made from cholesterol. Cholesterol makes all our steroid hormones. So now pregnenolone, testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, but under stress, pregnenolone will give priority to make cortisol, the stress hormone, because priority is always to save myself from that lion chasing me. So means the sex hormones are going down. So the menstruation cycle, difficulties, menstruation or excess bleeding, PMS, difficult to conceive. It's difficult to conceive when a person is in stress. So stress, I just show very quickly, the hormone cortisol, adrenaline, they can have an influence in all our body organs.
Yes.
So no matter, we have been talking about nutrition, diet, this will override everything. Sleep, and I just forgot quickly, sleep, time to be sleeping, but if my mind is racing, I can't break, 1,000 things coming at the same time, my body is again going to increase sugar because it feels there is some problem going to happen just now. So sleep connected to sugar, and immune system will become, stress will always suppress the immune system because a bacteria is not important at that moment.
So it's totally unbelievable how thoughts can affect our body, and it's fascinating at the same time because the power of thoughts on our biochemistry. And with what Anil said, that when we stress, or like even when we don't catch up on proper sleep, someone's like, I'm not at all stressed, but like I'm not sleeping well. So not sleeping well can lead to a stress on the body. So when you have stress in the body, he said, like, the fight or flight mode gets activated. So fight is the body either wants to fight the enemy, which is like the lot of stress that's going on in the body. Otherwise, it wants to just run away, take a flight and run away. So that's what happens. And in order to avoid all that, getting proper sleep is really important. Stress is part of life these days, but as much as we can, if we can reduce stress, we can be benefited from not putting such a severe toll on our body. Now, Anil, I was just wondering that these are the negative effects of thoughts and, passing on negativity to our body through the mind. So, can we talk about some positive effects of thoughts to the body? If you're in a positive state of mind, it should equally
Mm,
affect the body in a good way.
yes, definitely. Originally, we are social beings to have positive thoughts. So these, when you talk about negative thoughts, they release these hormones and make us sick. But yes, these hormones were there if I really was chased by a lion. So then what happens? Either I die or I am chased and I escape that incident. And then everything is back to normal because those hormones did their job, and then the hormones are removed from our system. And the other normal hormones come back. The hormones which will come back when I'm at peace, I'm happy,
Happy
I feel
hormones.
happy hormones, I feel belonged, I feel loved, I feel taken care of. We need them at every age. From the moment the baby is born, the baby loves mother's hugs, we grow up. So all these hormone situations release immediately different hormones. We will have
Is this serotonin, the happy hormones?
serotonin. Yes, to some extent, serotonin will keep us happy, going. But we want to have oxytocin. Oxytocin
Oxytocin.
is oxytocin would be where, let's say, serotonin that is needed. I have a to-do list and I'm done my to-do list and I've achieved everything. Serotonin, okay, that's good. I need it. But oxytocin is when I feel fulfilled. It comes from more deeper inside. So it is a hormone where I feel I've been trusted. I feel I've been loved. So that is oxytocin, and they flow in the blood immediately, and they release different. They have the opposite effect of what we just spoke.
Right.
So it's healing. So they can heal us. We need it, and the most important thing is that we are designed to live like this. Actually, the other hormones are just there to do their job, to keep us going, and they will peak when we need. Those moments do come, because sometimes we do need to meet deadlines. We need to have a bit of, not stress, but we need to go that extra hour, extra 2 hours. So then those hormones come into play when I'm exercising, when I'm jogging. So yes, but yet when I'm jogging, I'll be having both. I'll be having that good feeling hormone also.
Yes.
So what has happened now, that we are usually living in the other unwanted hormones. They are more over there. So that's why we are getting sick. So it's become a nature everywhere. So competition in big companies and comparison. So we go ahead with this frame set. So even I have to understand it very well, that even I could be going for meditation, I could be following some charitable work, but there also it is a charitable work. But if the attitude in the charitable work is of competition, comparison, the happy hormones will not be released.
Yeah.
Body will still perceive that as a stress. It is, body thinks the biochemistry works in a simple manner. Yes or no. Sympathetic mode or parasympathetic mode. So I am maybe showing myself as a charitable person doing social work, but if I'm still doing excluding people out, making inner circle, this happens in big companies. From the inner circle, I make another circle, I'm the leader, and so this is creating stress in the system, and that will release the other hormones, and I will be sick.
So, Anil, I was wondering if I'm having a really, really stressful day, but I know that something can really help me, but I'm not able to do it. Do you have anything very short which anyone can practice to just calm themselves down?
Yes, definitely. We have. There are many steps possible. One of them would be, let's say, on the physical level, it would be like breathing. So, because when we go into deep breath, release, take deep breath. So physically, it affects the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve can send the signals to the brain, and we can go into a bit of relaxation mode. But at the same time, we also need to be aware of the thoughts, because the thoughts also just not stopping, running. So what I could do that time is like, I just sit down, and I sit down and I just become aware of myself. So, like gently that, okay, I am actually the creator of the thoughts. I'm aware of my thoughts. So I am the energy, the soul, center of my forehead. That is where I focus now. That's where I am. And I'm just observing everything around myself. I can observe my breath. I'm aware of my body. I just feel calm, relaxed. And I'm aware of my thoughts. I feel distant to them. I'm separate from my thoughts. And I just am me, the energy, the soul. And at this minute, I feel relaxed. I feel calm, as if that stress and anger is separate from me. And my true identity, energy, the soul, I feel its original quality, which is peace. So I'm just like taking deep breaths and being aware of this awareness that who I am, my authentic self, original quality of me, the authentic self is peace. I am like an actor playing different roles, and I can see that today such situations of stress have come up, but I separate myself from the stress. I step back and I observe the stress. Gently I can be aware of what caused it. And this awareness gives me power. I want to be peaceful. I want to be happy, positive. So just being in this connection with the self, feeling that peace. And you'll also notice that your breath has slowed down. Your thoughts have now slowed down and you're feeling relaxed. So this I could be doing every 2-3 minutes during those stressful moments. And of course the stress is there, getting back to it, but again going back and kind of charging myself and then facing. So I get the power to face that incident or the person or the situation.
So it's
And
kind
keep
of
a positive outlook.
disconnecting yourself from as much as you can from what's going on parallelly in your mind. Like the thoughts are there, you
Yes.
can never stop thoughts. So, but
Yes.
still trying to connect with your mind and body.
Yes, disconnecting, or other word would be detaching, separating out,
That's
and then I can observe carefully what is happening.
what
When
is
I'm
going
in the situation, I'm unaware, I'm just like being thrown around. When I step back, I become aware what's happening, and I can regain my composure and what I want to be, and then take the correct decision to move on. So this was just a minor
perfect.
what we did, but when we practice it regularly, so it does bring about some control over self and
Yes.
being peaceful and happy.
Okay.
Simple.
Yeah. So now it's
So
absolutely essential to keep a positive outlook and a very clear perspective so that we can remain healthy. Yeah. So is there a way to do it? To keep a
yes,
positive outlook all the time?
we are made to live like that.
Yeah,
We were made to
unfortunately,
live
we are
together with
drifting, yes.
love, families, compassion. So you see the main very big leaders, universal leaders, they will have these qualities. Mother Teresa, the South African leader, the name, the world famous
Nelson Mandela?
Nelson. So you'll see the names coming up everywhere. They were
Yes.
universal for everyone. And where I go for my practice spiritual, there I see my head, we call her Dari Janki. So loved by everyone, they'll be loved by everyone, So and no matter where they go, they will exuberate these feelings in
Qualities.
others, and
Yes.
others immediately feel that peace comes. So one of the ways to understand that why do we get into stress, that one way is the lion is chasing me, the other one would be when I'm in competition, worry, I'm fearing I'm going to lose something. Yes, it is true. Last 2 years, we saw loss of jobs, money, health, people. But
Losing
yet we have to
families.
understand, yes, losing families. So yet there is a way in those situations, some crash, some make it through. So the only difference was that some could uh, cope. They had those coping skills.
Coping mechanisms, yes.
Yes, so coping skill was how to self-empower, how to motivate the self. Because if I'm taking my motivation from my Facebook number of likes or other people
Commenting or
supporting
comment.
me or the commenting me, and if that doesn't happen, then I'm going to get again stressed. I mean, so it
Yeah.
has to be from self.
Yeah.
And self, I have to understand self. Where does the thoughts come from? The mind belongs to the soul. And the secret is not secret, it's for everyone. We just got sidestepped that we all are souls, and the quality of the soul is peace. The quality of
Soul is peace.
everyone soul, original quality of the soul is peace. So the moment we just step back and we take our thoughts into who am I in the soul and rest whatever is happening around me. It's like a play, okay, no need to compete. That's the way it's going. Last 2 years, these things happened.
Yeah.
It
More of
happened. So now
self-awareness
why?
and self-love.
Acceptance. Accept the situation. It happened.
Accept the
So it
way
has
you
had to
are.
be. Accept the way I am, because people got separated. So this is how it is. So, but we all are souls. And everything happens here, because when I'm having a conflict and creating negativity, the other person need not be sitting next to me. I could be in severe conflict with someone, and that person could be at the other end of the world. So means it's happening here. That's where it's happening. So that's where we have to focus and manage and cope ourselves. So what we see here is that our aim has to be very authentic. Of whatever we are trying to be or do, it has to be genuine, and this identity, like if we get into the identity, I am so and so, my job, my position, that's all perishable. So I'm going to be under constant stress. But if I can just, as you said about meditation, this is just not meditation, but some points leading to meditation. So like if I could just be aware that who I am, that I am imperishable, the consciousness or the energy which is creating those thoughts, and I'm aware of my thoughts. I have the power to be aware of my thoughts. That am I thinking negative or positive? And I don't have the strength, so I can't stop my negative thinking. So we need that strength. So constant practice, constant awareness of self and link with God. So that strength comes to understand that if I'm in this negative framework, challenging framework, and no matter what face I put in the front, but inside if I'm thinking like that, I'm going to have negativity and I'm going to get sick. It ends up in disease. There is no other way. And if I'm positive, and actually, people can measure it. You see, with a purpose in life, positivity, we can measure the end of the genes. It's called telomeres. So people with a purpose, with compassion, love, the telomeres are longer, and people living the other lifestyle, the telomeres become shorter. And the length and the age of a person, they can see from the length of the telomere, which are the ends of the genes. So it's very much connected. Mind, body now is very much scientifically tested, and they have started believing on the power of thoughts.
So how the mind, keeping your mind healthy, really affects longevity also.
It affects
And the
longevity.
body has the
Yes.
power to heal. So we've got everything within us, but it depends on how
Body
best we use it.
is always in the power of healing. It's called homeostasis. No matter what it is doing, even like the vomit took place because the brain decided this person has to now run, is under stress, there's no time for digestion, throw the food out.
Yeah.
Up or down, diarrhea, And we see it happening when we are going through any very stressful situation, or a child going to school first
Body
time.
throws up.
I remember going to boarding school and a stomach will go upset, or before the exams,
Yes.
because we are stressed. Stressed. So that's how. So this, if we understand from this perspective, we can help our body remain healthy, and plus we also remain happy. You see, happiness, joy, because we are designed to be like that.
Yes.
We were designed to be like that, and that makes us happy. When I'm stressed, I know I'm not happy. But we are not aware of this situation, so we boast about it, that I am more stressed than you, and the other person says, no, I'm more stressed than you. We don't understand that we are killing each other, killing the self, I mean. So it's very important. Now, the first and the most important aspect for health is our frame set of a mind, which has to be in this helping mode, healing mode, positive mode, happiness, joy. And it's a power. Gratitude. It can come from inside. Gratitude. So it's a power which belongs to me, and I can generate when I want, not depending to get it from others. Then I'll be misled. No, I'll be deceived. It won't happen. It won't happen.
So it's a really wonderful topic. And to know more about, like, we have all the tools in our hands within ourselves and tools outside available, like meditation, mindfulness, and coping mechanisms, stress management skills. And we have people around us, like, as human beings, we are social beings. So we have people, we have communities. So there are always ways to heal oneself mentally and thus physically. So thank you for watching this session today, and we hope that it was really useful for you. If you have any questions, please do comment in the comment box. And thank you, Anil, for joining us today. Thank you for the wonderful information you shared with us.
Okay. Thank you.